Hey girls and boys, it is Mr. McAndrew, the math coach. It is great to see you again as always. Let's see, how's my hair doing today? I can never tell until I'm doing a video, right? So yesterday we were multiplying by multiples of 10, like 3 times 60, things like that, okay? So let's take a look and see how you did. So this is the Tuesday practice from yesterday. All right, so here are the answers that I got. Hopefully you got the same thing, or hopefully I got the same as you. So again, we have 2 times 30, which is 2 groups of 30. So I have 30 here, and I have 30 here. And that's the same as thinking of it as 2 groups of 3 tens. Right, because 30 is 3 tens, which means we have 6 tens, right? So 2 times 3 is 6 tens, and 6 times 10 gives me 60. Because we know that anytime you multiply anything by 10, you end up adding a 0, right? You have to add a 0 because you're going over a place value. So we learned that the other day, Monday, right? Okay, so that gives us 60. Down here, 5 times 50, this is what it looks like. 50 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. Or, faster, 5 times 5 is 25. But we have 25 times 10, because it's 25 tens, so that's 250. Add your 0. Okay? All right, on the second page, the answer to the first one was 240. 4 times 6, right? Or 6 times 4. Doesn't matter which way you do it. You get 24 tens, which is the same as 24 times 10, so 240. You have to know that 6 times 4 is 24. If you don't know that, you have to look in your multiplication table. You have to start learning those, okay? And then the last one is 210. Right, you have 70 times 3. There's 3 groups of 70 here. There's 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. Okay, so 70, 140, 210. Or 3 times 7 is 21. There's 21 tens, which gives us 210. Now on this page, I didn't ask you to draw it. Sorry about that. But you can see where, look, 4 times 2 is 8. I color-coded it. And then you add your 0 because you're multiplying. That's 8 tens. All right, 6 times 3, that's 18. 18 tens is add your 0, 180. 2 times 8 is 16. Add your 0, 160. 6 times 2 is 12. Add your 0 because that's 6 tens, not just 6. So you get 120. And then here you get 150. Okay? All right, how's that going? So today, we are going to be multiplying by multiples of 100. Get it? 100, 2 zeros, like a mask, 2 zeros. Okay, I try. Doesn't mean I'm successful, but I try. You're going to see some similar patterns with multiplying by 100 as you did with 10. Which is great because that'll help you to remember what to do. Okay, so let's get this party started. All right, so in your math packet, it will say multiplying by multiples of 100. Yours will say Wednesday on it. Okay, because I forgot to add that, but I will add it. And we're going to roll and calculate again with a calculator. But before we do that, well, actually, I'll go ahead and roll. Okay, I got a 1. I don't want a 1. I got a 7. I love a 7. Okay, so I rolled a 7. So if the same pattern, because boys and girls, math is nothing if not just a bunch of patterns, okay? If the same pattern holds here, here's what I predict. 7 times 400. Okay, so 7 times 4 I know is 28. But that's 28 hundreds. So that should give me 2 more zeros. Okay, so if I do that, let me check to see if that's right. All right, so I got my phone calculator here, so I'm going to do 7 times 400 equals, okay, so I'm right, 2,800 or 28 hundredths. Kind of makes sense, right? If you have 4 hundreds and you do it 7 times, you end up with 28 hundredths. So watch this, boys and girls. What if I do this? 7 times 4 equals, okay, 28 times 100. Bam, there's our 2 zeros. Okay? All right, here's what sorry, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. So you're going to pause the video. All right, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to all of you. Roll twice or come up with 2 numbers, doesn't matter, and multiply them by 400, 500, and 600 on a calculator. If you don't have a calculator, then use the one that's on the internet that I gave you a link to. Write your answers down and we'll discuss it. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye-bye. All right, so how'd you do? Is the pattern that we're talking about, is it working? I think so. Let's take a look here. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2 zeros because there's 35 hundredths. Okay, and then I got 7 times 6 is 42, but it's not 6, it's 6 hundredths, which means you're multiplying by 100, and we know that when you multiply something by 100, you add 2 zeros. Okay, because they're not ones and they're not tens, they're hundreds. Now, I want you to look over here for a second. Okay, this is really important. If you didn't do 5, I really want you to pay attention. Because it's easy to think, and my teachers would say, oh, like, look, if there's 2 zeros in this, there's 2 zeros over here. And that's true. 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros. But look over here. There's 2 zeros, but in the product or the answer, there's 3 zeros. So why are there 3 zeros in this one and this one? What do you think? Any ideas? Well, I'm going to tell you if you're not sure, okay? Which is that 5 times 4 is 20. You can see that in the like pinkish red. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. So there's already a 0, right, in the product of 5 times 4, which is 20, and 5 times 6, which is 30. And then you add 2 zeros because you have 30 hundredths. Okay, so let's take a look at what this means on a place value chart. Okay, because we're going to be doing some of both today again, like we did yesterday. So if we have, for example, let's say we have 3 times, I don't know, 600, okay? 3 times 600, all right? So here's my hundreds place. Okay, I have 3 groups of 600. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 600 right there. I need another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 groups of 600. And I need 1 more group. So now I have 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I just draw 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did. Silly, Mr. McAndrew. All right. So now I have 3 groups of 600. Okay, so I could say, all right, so I have 600 plus another 600 is 1,800 plus another 600 is 2,400, 2,400. That's a lot of work. Or I could say, okay, so I have 18 hundredths. Because I know that 3 times 6 is 18, which is equal to 18, add my 2 zeros, and I have, wait, I made a mistake earlier, didn't I? Okay, let me start over. We have 600, 600, and 600. 600 plus 600 is 1,200, plus 600 is 1,800. Whew, boys and girls, silly Mr. McAndrew. But did I catch my mistake? Am I learning from it? Yes, my brain's growing. All right, so good for me. Yay, Mr. McAndrew. All right, so I end up with 1,800. 3 times 6 is 18, right? 18 times 100 equals 1800. Okay, I know this is a lot. So let's take a look at our work for today. Okay, this is my demo. All right, and then you're going to do a few pages yourself. So just like I did, 6 times 800. Oh boy, I'm going to make myself work, aren't I? All right, so I'm going to fill it in, and then you'll see what it looks like. All right, whew, that's a lot of work. So I drew it out, okay? I have 6 groups of 800. I have 1 group of 800, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 groups of 800. Now I could go 800, 2400, 3200, 4000, 4800. Like, I could just keep going up, right? I think I skipped one there. 800, 800, 1600, 2400, 3200, 4000, and 4800. Or I could say, I know I have 48 hundreds right here, because 6 times 8 is 48. If you don't know that, look on your multiplication chart, okay? And then I know that I have to multiply by 100, because these are hundreds. There's 100 in each one of these, right? 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 48 times. So what is that? That is 4800, 2 zeros. 2 zeros in 100, 2 zeros in the answer. So that's my answer, 4,800. All right? Okay, so down here, same idea. 3 times 900. So I draw 900. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, tens place. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 3 groups. So I've got 27. Let's see, I've got 3 times 9. I've got 27 hundreds. 9, 18, 27. 27 times 100, 2700. Okay, so you have 1 page, 2 pages, because it says page 2, and then the last page, all right, is just like before. You don't have to do all the drawing. You just say, okay, 7 times 800. 7 times 8 is 56, but that's 56 hundreds, so 5600. Bam, done. Okay, boys and girls, good job. I know this is a long week. This is a lot of work, but tomorrow we're going to actually get into multiplying what 2-digit by 1-digit numbers. It's happening. It's coming to you. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.